Hi, I'm Nick Edwards, a Porsche Certified Global Brand Ambassador here at the Collection Porsche. And today it's my pleasure to introduce to you the 2018 911 Turbo Cabriolet models. We have two Cabriolet models. One is the Porsche Turbo Cab, which we have here in Guards Red on my right, and the other is a Turbo S Cabriolet in chalk here on my left side. So let's look a little bit about what both cars have as standard features, starting with the drivetrain. So both cars have a very intelligent active all-wheel drive system, which is reactive to driver input. Effectively, you have a permanent all-wheel drive system, which is adapting depending on driving dynamics. In addition to the active all-wheel drive system, the Porsche 911 Turbo platform offers rear axle steering as standard equipment. So the rear axle turns in different driving dynamics. So at slow speed, the rear wheels will turn at around 3% in the opposite direction to the steering wheel, effectively creating a much smaller and easier turning circle. And at higher speeds, the rear axle will steer in the same direction as the steering wheel to create effectively a longer wheelbase and creating stability. Both sit on a wider body platform compared to regular 911s. So looking down the shape of the car, you see a very nice wide rear end with huge air scoops to help cool down the engine. The car is delivering that power from a 3.8 litre twin turbocharged engine, which actually remains the same on both cars. And you have the PDK, that stands for Porsche Double Coupling, which is German for dual clutch. Very high performance, very fast, and very smooth changing gearbox. Additionally, the way that you interact with the driving modes is the same on both cars as well. Both of the cars have a Sport Chrono package, which is the little drive dynamic switch on the steering wheel, giving you 4 different driving modes, which actually boosts the performance or relaxes the performance of the engine. They both also come equipped with PASM, which is Porsche Active Suspension Management. This effectively is changing the way that the car rides, whether it's nice and soft as you're driving in daily situations, or nice and firm if you'd like to take the car to the racetrack. Another noticeable feature, which is technology we've brought in from the racing world, is the active aerodynamics. So right now, looking at the front of the cars, you won't notice that too much, but as you actually increase your speed, the front lip spoiler will come down to help reduce drag, and on the rear of the car, the rear spoiler will actually come up to produce a little bit more downforce. So effectively, you have, again, 2 different cars in one vehicle. So now that we've seen some of the similarities of the car, let's focus a little bit on some of the differences. So 3 key differences we see between the Turbo and the Turbo S. One would be the actual power of the vehicle. So 540 horsepower from the 911 Turbo Cab and 580 horsepower from the Turbo S Cabriolet. 40 horsepower doesn't sound like a lot, but when you look at it in terms of speed, this car doesn't go over 200 miles per hour. You have 198 miles per hour top track speed in the Turbo, but in the Turbo S, you hit that magical number and you actually cross 200 miles an hour into 211 miles per hour top speed. The other significant difference in the two is the brake system. So taking a quick look at the Turbo Cab, you have a red brake caliper, which shows that the car has the Porsche Sport brake system. It's a steel system. You have 380mm discs all around on that car. And in the Turbo S Cab, you have a yellow brake caliper, which shows that the car is equipped with Porsche ceramic composite brakes. This is a much larger system, and it's actually 50% lighter all round with the disc and the pads. You have 410mm brakes on the front and 390mm brakes on the rear. So overall, this is just a little bit more exclusive. It has more horsepower, and if you're looking for that slight difference in top speed, you have over a 200 mile per hour car here than you do here in the 911 Turbo. This will also sprint 0.1 of a second faster to 60 than the Turbo. So in the Turbo, it's 3 seconds, and in the Turbo S Cabriolet, it's 2.9. Both cars are amazing. Both cars will blow your minds, but if you're looking for that little bit extra, the Turbo S Cab is most likely the car for you. To go over these cars in a little bit more detail and to delve a little bit deeper into the technology that we offer in these vehicles, please feel free to contact us here at the Collection Porsche, and we'll be happy to talk you through each step of the way.